Hi, let's talk about AI guardrails. Guardrails are safety mechanisms that validate and filter content at key points in your agent's execution. Generative AI is officially leaving the sandbox. We are moving past experimental prototypes and dropping full fledged AI agents straight into production ready enterprise tools. But as AI moves into production, security takes center stage. Imagine deploying an AI assistant to analyze patients' symptoms, summarize medical histories, or handle sensitive queries. A standard out of the box LLM isn't enough. Left unchecked, it is vulnerable to prompt injections, prone to leaking protected health information, and capable of hallucinating downright dangerous advice. Now let's visualize exactly how these guardrails operate. We need to move beyond thinking of guardrails as a single content filter or a clever system prompt. In high stakes environments, true security requires a multi layered architecture. Think of it like a three-stage security checkpoint. Every single interaction user has with the AI agent must pass through this gauntlet before it is considered safe and valid. Checkpoint 1, the input guardrails. Before your primary model ever sees the user's query, we intercept it, we sanitize the text, we check for malicious intent, detect prompt injections, and filter out PII like email addresses or credit card numbers. If a request is dangerous, we block it right here, saving you massive model computation costs. Checkpoint 2, around model and tool calls. As the agent runs, it might need to call specific tools or other models. We intercept these calls too. This allows us to redact sensitive information from tool inputs, require human in the loop approval for financial operations, or enforce specific business logic rules. Finally, checkpoint 3, the output guardrails. The model has generated its answer, but we don't show it to the user yet. We run one last validation scan on the entire response. We verify its quality, check for hallucinations, redact any confidential data that slipped through the first check, and automatically append necessary compliance disclaimers. Only after passing all three checkpoints is the final secured response released. This is the architecture that keeps healthcare agents safe, compliant, and rock solid reliable. Now let's jump into the demo of AI healthcare assistant and see how AI guardrails protects it. If you want to build the application, the code is published to my GitHub repository and the information is available in the article. And the application is built using these two modules, healthcare.py where the AI guardrail logic is present and app.py is for the UI interface. And the README is self-explanatory on how this works, the steps to install, and this runs entirely on device locally using Llama model. Under the summary, you can see these are the components: UI, Streamlit chat interface, agent framework using LangChain and LangGraph. The model runs locally, Llama 3.1 via OLLAMA. Guardrails, three types of guardrails defined for off-topic harm filter, PII redaction for input and output, and mandatory medical disclaimer for compliance. Model has access to these tools configured for symptom lookup, medication info, and appointment booking. This is the architecture flow diagram on how user interacts with the application. User comes into the Streamlit UI and inputs the query, and the query goes through series of checks starting with healthcare safety filter, inspects the incoming message for blocked topics like self-harm, weapons, hacking, etc. If matched, it short circuits the whole graph and returns a fixed safe redirect message, and the model is never called. And the steps checks 2 and 3 for PII middleware for both email and credit card. And it scans and sanitizes both the input going into the model and the output coming back from it. So PII is scrubbed on the way in and can't leak back out even if the model echoes it. And the local LLM process the sanitized conversation and may call one of the registered tools on need basis. Medical output validator checks the final response and appends a medical disclaimer if one isn't already present. The Streamlit UI renders the final message. Let's go to the assistant. Now you can see that it has the text box for users to put queries, and on the left hand side you can see the active guardrails available for this assistant. Now let's try with the safe question to start with. And then the guardrails scans the input and validates the for whether it is safe to proceed to the model or not. Once it thinks that it's safe, it provides the output like this with all the information related to type 2 diabetes. If you notice, there is a disclaimer here that is automatically added to the response before it's sends out. Now let's try not so message. Now you can see that AI guardrails restricting that query going to the model with the standard output. Now let's see how PIA information is taken care. Go through that PIA middleware component and it redacts the email information before sending the query to the model. This concludes the AI guardrail demo. This is for understanding of AI guardrail concepts. In production deployments, there are modules provided by Amazon Bedrock or FI Guardrail for a comprehensive coverage of AI guardrails. Thank you. See you next time.